This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Scott Dennis has the night off. Topping our news this evening, a new cutting-edge technology designed to train teachers and first responders in active shooter situations. Josh Rapogel gives us a look at that simulator, but first, a warning. While virtual, what you are about to see may still be quite upsetting. Housed at the University of Central Florida, the program was designed by the U.S. Army and Homeland Security.
This may look and sound like a video game, but the shooting scenarios here are designed to keep kids safe in school.
With teachers, they did not self-select into a role that they expect to have bullets flying near them. That's something that they did not choose.
But it happens time and time again. A New Mexico high school, the latest on a growing list of deadly school shootings. FBI data shows nearly 1/3 of all mass shootings since 2000 have taken place in schools. Edge, a virtual reality training world originally developed for the Army, is being adapted for schools. This Orlando-based Army research lab partnered with the University of Central Florida and other computer engineering firms to tailor scenarios for school attacks. Dozens can train together remotely from their home computer, playing the role of police or school staff, and simulate live training, which normally is prohibitively expensive.
What's the situation?
A lot of these features allow teachers to test out things that have been tried. For example, Virginia Tech, they found that barricading the doors worked very well. So this gives different school districts the ability to try out different things, see what works for their given environment.
Well, one version of the virtual training is already being used by first responders. The Army Research Lab plans to make the school version available soon, free of charge. Well, Disney is rolling out an upgraded security policy at several of its resorts. Guests at the Grand Floridian, Polynesian, and Contemporary resorts no longer have do not disturb signs for their doors. Instead, they were replaced with room occupied signs that alert cast members that guests are inside the room. Along with the new signs, there's a new policy that requires Disney cast members enter each hotel room at least once a day to, quote, ensure guest safety. The changes are expected to roll out at other Disney resorts in the coming weeks. New Year's Eve celebrations in downtown Sarasota may be days away, but local law enforcement are already making plans. The event expecting to draw in a packed crowd. Our Marla Spence joins us with what Sarasota Police is doing and what they're urging you to do to stay safe.
This year's Pineapple Drop and New Year's Eve celebration is expected to draw thousands to downtown Sarasota, and Sarasota Police plan to be in full force.
We'll be out in mass. The roads will be closed, basically from Orange Avenue down Main Street to Five Points Park and the roads around 5 Points. Much of that area will be barricaded off with cement barricades, so you can't drive a car in there.
Sergeant Bruce King with Sarasota Police Department tells ABC7 the entire force will be working the event that'll draw more than 25,000 people. King is advising people celebrating to leave their backpacks home as well as their valuables.
If you do happen to show up and you have valuables, stick them in your trunk or just at least put them out of sight. Do something to conceal them.
King says if you plan to bring alcohol, think twice.
If you're going to drink, then buy it from the vendors because you need to be inside so you don't violate open container laws.
I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Marla. And speaking of New Year's Eve, let's check in with our first alert weather forecast with meteorologist Steve Newman, who is in tonight for Bob Harrigan.
Speaking of Bob, when he has that sombrero on Main Street for the dropping of the pineapple, it's going to be pretty decent. I think the evening itself at this point looks like we're going to have temperatures in the 60s. We'll look more closely at that in a few minutes, but the weather does not look to be a problem for New Year's Eve reveille. The next day, though, it could turn wet and cooler. We're seeing some high cloud stream in. It's ushering in the beginning of a cooler weekend, not a colder weekend. No big rapid changes until really the first day of the new year. And here's your futurecast for the overnight hours, showing the showers we've been seeing to the north of us will stay there and light and variable winds. Patches of fog, even out in the sea. Sea fog as well could form and burn off to a partly sunny to mostly cloudy day. There's going to be a lot more clouds than we've seen for a while. You can see temperatures this evening cooling off through the 60s, but very pleasant to get outside and enjoy the Suncoast. Our complete forecast, including a look at Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve and here on the Suncoast as well. Stay tuned.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. With the new year comes new goals and aspirations, but in the field of mental health, 2018 also means a new disease classification. ABC7's Bobeth Yates joins us now with what that disease is and what it may mean for your family. Bobeth?
Well, parents have been saying it for years. Playing too much video games could be bad for your health. And now the World Health Organization agrees. They're classifying playing too much video games as a disorder. A draft of the 2018 International Classification of Diseases now includes gaming disorder. The diagnosis is described as excessive playing of video games that is evident for at least a year. But playing lots of video games doesn't necessarily mean the person has the disorder. We caught up with a psychologist who explains the behavior has to significantly impair the person's daily life.
Certainly, if you're spending multiple hours a day where you're avoiding the usual activities of life. Now, for a young person, that would include playing outside, doing your homework, doing chores around the home. Gaming, like any other disordered behavior, is when it becomes excessive and it interferes with the activities of daily living. That's when it becomes troubling.
Now, playing too much video games isn't always bad. There also are studies that say gaming in small doses has a positive impact. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bobeth. Now to a story that will make you say, only in Florida. A Florida man told investigators he punched an automatic teller machine because it gave him too much cash. Michael Alexic has been charged for causing $5,000 worth of damage to an ATM at a Wells Fargo bank in Cocoa. He was arrested earlier this week on a criminal mischief charge after bank officials decided to press charges. Alexic told a bank manager that he was angry the machine was giving him too much money and he didn't know what to do because he was in a hurry for work. He later apologized for causing the damage. A Florida beach is back open this evening after it was evacuated this morning when a military flare washed on shore. Authorities setting up a safety perimeter near Miami Beach until the flare could be removed. Police releasing that the flare belongs to the U.S. Coast Guard. When a firefighter saw the device and recognized the danger it still posed, they decided to close the beach until it could safely be removed. And authorities in Los Angeles are looking into how a passenger was allowed to board the wrong flight on the wrong airplane and how the mistake went unnoticed until hours after takeoff. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is in LA with what happened and reaction from two celebrities who were on board.
This plane parked back at LAX airport after making a U-turn 4 hours into an 11-hour flight, all because an unauthorized person somehow made it on board. All Nippon Airline explains during the flight, the cabin crew became aware that one of the passengers boarded the incorrect flight and notified the pilot. As part of the airline security procedure, the pilot in command decided to return to the originating airport where the passenger was disembarked. This FlightAware map shows the path of ANA Flight 175 as it left LAX at 11:36 Tuesday morning heading to Tokyo, but then made that sharp turn, touching back down in Los Angeles 8 hours later.
Thank you so much for taking me on this awesome vacation, babe.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Model Chrissy Teigen and her husband, musician John Legend, among the 150 passengers on board. Teigen tweeting, "They keep saying the person had a United ticket. We are on ANA. And why do we all get punished for this one person's mistake? Why not just land in Tokyo and send the other person back?" All of the passengers were deplaned and bused to the terminal. Teigen tweeting, "This person is so lucky that we all have to deplane. Imagine having to walk off alone. The shame." The airline says they are researching the situation to figure out how this happened. They apologize and add, quote, "We take great pride providing exemplary customer service, and on this flight, we failed to do so." And they've now interviewed that passenger as well as the people who were seated nearby. And about 7 hours after landing back here in LA, the flight took off again for Tokyo. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A large portion of a magnolia tree on the south grounds of the White House has been removed because it posed a safety risk. The nearly 200-year-old tree was trimmed on Wednesday morning while President Donald Trump and his family are vacationing in Florida for the holidays. Earlier in the week, the First Lady had approved of the tree trimming plan after she reviewed reports about the magnolia from government experts and explored other options with White House staff. President Andrew Jackson added the magnolia to the South grounds in 1835. It will soon be replaced with another magnolia with ties to the original. Well, it's almost time to get rid of your live Christmas trees, and if you haven't done so already, the Florida Department of Agriculture says it's important to discard trees properly because they can become a source for fire. Recycling Christmas trees is a safe way to prevent a fire hazard. However, if you do decide to burn your Christmas tree, it's important to follow specific guidelines. Remove all decorations before burning and clear the burn area free of other flammable materials. If you choose to burn your tree, don't leave the fire unattended and make sure it is out before leaving. Well, it's opening day for Sailor Circus's annual holiday performance. Starting today, over 100 students ages 8 to 18 will perform during entertaining acts. Those acts show off their skills on the trapeze, the high wire, juggling, unicycling, and so much more in this Suncoast circus tradition.
This is something so unique to Sarasota, and anybody who's looking to have some family fun and do something different and unique should come and see these kids. The program has been in existence for almost 70 years.
Certainly a great time, and those shows are at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. every day from now until Saturday, December 30th. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a look at the winter weather sweeping the nation. And meteorologist Steve Newman will have your first alert forecast for here on the Suncoast, plus why more pregnant women are using marijuana, coming up in your Health Smart.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
The savings are bigger than ever during the Big Finish event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get a brand new Jeep Renegade for as little as $15,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in a new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you. Deadly winter weather impacting dozens of states. Snowfall coast to coast, creating dangerous driving conditions and record-shattering numbers in parts of Pennsylvania and upstate New York, with more than 50 inches in some areas. With the latest on this extreme weather, here's ABC's Gloria Riviera.
As winter weather descends in full force across the country, Erie, Pennsylvania is one city battling back. Even the snowplow truck driver got stuck after epic snowfall in recent days.
Today we'll be out probably 10, 15 hours easily. We've been out since 2 in the morning.
More snow is predicted, the city issuing emergency warnings for dangerous and impassable roads, advising best to just stay home if you can.
All I could do was laugh. You know, it's a little ridiculous, but I keep pecking away at it and we'll get it cleared.
Treacherous driving conditions have been seen in several states. A pileup in Missouri left 5 dead and 125 injured. At this home in upstate New York, the fire department rescuing a woman trapped inside, walls of snow reaching nearly to her roof. And Michigan's Lake Superior, iced over and frigid. This extreme winter weather wreaking havoc on travel all the way from the Midwest to the Northeast. At Boston's Logan Airport, a JetBlue plane did a full 360 on the tarmac turned ice rink.
We were straight, and then all of a sudden it started fishtailing, and and it started getting rough.
And in Northwest Indiana, a small plane slid off the icy runway into a guardrail. No one was injured.
It's not just snow folks need to worry about heading into New Year's. The southern states will see a mix of precipitation. The Mid-Atlantic saw snow this morning. That is a concern on the roads there. Not just snow on the ground, but ice. Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.
Well, meteorologist Steve Newman joining us again. And Steve, we have a lot of snowbirds from Pennsylvania, upstate New York that are down here, and I'm sure they're enjoying this weather.
They are loving it. They're so glad they're not up there, and the people who are up there may be coming here to get away from the cold. This is what it looks like over Sarasota Bay from our tower cam. What a bucolic, beautiful afternoon with those clouds thickening this evening, but we should still have a pretty decent sunset coming up in around a half hour from right now. Currently at the airport, the temperature is a very pleasant 73 degrees. A dew point 65, and I don't think we're going to cool off below the low 60s everywhere tonight, but there could be a little more fog tomorrow morning than we saw this morning. Temperatures across the state, 76 at Tampa, 82 at Fort Myers. They've had some showers around the Miami area where it's 78, and it's been raining and cloudy, as we'll see in a minute, up in the Panhandle, 51 at Panama City and the state capitol. Across our viewing area, warmer inland, 78 at Lake Placid, 80 at Punta Gorda, because of the Gulf waters being in the low 70s, cooling Longboat Keys air temperature to 72 and Siesta Key 73. Now, there's a lot of clouds streaming in, but most of them are in far northern Florida, but we're getting the bottom end of that. A little ragged edge of that with some showers to the north of us. Yesterday at this time we had some cumulus clouds building into showers in the interior sections. That's not happening today. There's a shower down around the Miami area, and we're also seeing some rain to the north. That one is just offshore of Miami. We need every drop of rain we can get in Florida right now, and they're getting it up north in the Panhandle, but these showers we're seeing up here are going to pass to the north of Tampa Bay and should not arrive for us at all. There's a national weather scene showing that bitter cold in place and also the jet stream. John Scalzi pointed out this morning that it's the snow cover that covers here that's keeping everything cold. Even though you have milder air coming in from the Pacific, it hits that snow-covered ground and it just keeps the air frigid. There's just no relief. Temperature 7 right now at Chicago, 4 at Minneapolis, 12 at Kansas City. We could have temperatures approaching New Year like 10, 20 degrees below zero in Missouri, that far south. But what about midnight, New Year's Day? Well, let's take a look at the progress of this cold between now and the weekend and New Year's at midnight. You can see down here we're staying mild pretty much in Florida, but it is creeping southward, and at midnight, New Year's Eve, when the clock strikes midnight, 14 in Times Square, 4 in Syracuse, and Chicago would be pretty close to 0. Well, what about the Suncoast and our pineapple drop at midnight, New Year's Eve? These are the projected temperatures by the European model, low 60s, and then we'll cool off into the 50s for New Year's Day. Well, that's an early look, subject to change. Keep that in mind. Warm again tomorrow. One last really warmer than normal day and turning cooler for the weekend, and New Year's Day itself, after we have the celebrations, may turn a little wet and be unsettled most of next week. That's the plan. Well, right now we have that front passing over us, and you can see on the futurecast the rain in the northern part of the state, but it misses us entirely. And this little disturbance swirling out in the Gulf is going to eventually move across southern Florida, and as that front turns stationary and moves back north, we still don't get any rain. But we do get some cooler air by late Friday, streaming into the low 70s for the weekend, but no big dramatic change. There's that sea fog tomorrow if you're going out on the water. Be aware of that in the early morning, with northeast winds 15 knots tomorrow, seas 2 feet, with a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. And that patchy sea fog early with an afternoon temperature at the beach of 76, the water temperature 73, and because we have more clouds, UV index 3. Here's my forecast for tonight. Lots of clouds. You can see them streaming over us with patches of fog. The low temperature 61. So it's going to be mild all evening long. And the forecast for tomorrow, more clouds than sun sometimes, but it'll be warm. 77 the high temperature. That is 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of year. And look at this. We cool off to 73 on Friday, 70 on Saturday behind that front. And then New Year's Eve Sunday, we actually warm up a little bit to 73. Then right at midnight, it's going to be fair to partly cloudy, turning wet on Monday and staying unsettled Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's your New Year's forecast. Jacqueline?
Okay, thank you so much, Steve. Now to your first alert traffic. There are no major accidents to report, and the interstate is looking clear heading in both directions. However, we are seeing some red on the map northbound on Gulf Drive and just south of there, southbound near St. Armand's Circle. In health news tonight, the saying that rings in every January 1st, new year, new you. And with the new year right around the corner, you're probably thinking of ways to live and or eat healthier. With ways to do just that, here's Rita Binion.
The new year is a great way to reset, especially if you're looking to lose a few pounds, and a great place to start is in the kitchen. It's no secret that eating a more balanced diet will help improve your overall health, but try taking it one step further by going meatless one day a week. Research shows that plant-based diets are linked with a lower risk of obesity, hypertension, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and cancer. According to registered dietitian Sharon Palmer, going meatless just one day a week can make a difference. Eating more plant foods like beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and vegetables can increase your intake of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. If you love lasagna, skip the meat and add layers of greens, broccoli, and peppers. Are you a taco fan? Opt for serving black beans or tofu. And if you love Indian food, swap the chicken masala for the chickpea masala. Palmer says people often start their best behaviors at the beginning of the week, so pick one day to go plant-based and stick to it. Meatless Mondays has a nice ring to it. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
There's a new study out suggesting that more pregnant women appear to be using marijuana to soothe anxiety and morning sickness. The study, published Tuesday in the Journal of the American Medical Association, observed a sample of pregnant women in California. One expert speculates that the rise might be partially explained by the increased availability of legal marijuana in recent years. According to the CDC, doctors caution that marijuana's effects on a fetus are not clear, but could include low birth weight and developmental problems. And the enrollment period for Obamacare health insurance has ended for the rest of the nation, but for those of us here in Florida, you still have until this Sunday to sign up. All Floridians were granted the extension due to the impact of Hurricane Irma, and according to a health center here in Sarasota, the extra time was needed. The director of Florida Blue, which is part of Blue Cross and Blue Shield, says staff has been working overtime to help people apply and understand what plan works best for them. The goal is to get as many people insured as possible.
We're really here to help them, people understand it, and that many people don't understand it or understand what it means to them. Even today we still meet people like, can I sign up for insurance? Can I get assistance from the government to help me pay for my insurance? And we're like, yes. So even though it's been a law for many years, there's still a lot of confusion out there from people.
So far, more than 8.8 million Americans have enrolled in health plans for 2018 through the federal exchanges. Florida has the largest enrollment. If you still need help understanding your options, Florida Blue is located on North Cattleman Road in Sarasota. They will be open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. from now until Sunday. Well, from fidget spinners to the solar eclipse craze, we'll have a look back at the top trending viral hits of 2017.
have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. A pet pig is causing problems in a Venice neighborhood. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll meet Hamilton, the pot-belly pig that is creating a big legal controversy with the Homeowners Association. Goodwill stops by to help us get organized for the new year, plus help others at the same time. Plus a Beneva Fruitville sing-along, and Gold Rush Barbecue joins us in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Full Moon Promotions is proud to bring you the New Year's event you've been waiting for. Made possible by Gettle Automotive Group, H Vital, Sono Bello, Cool Today, Wagner Realty, and Tito's Vodka. The fun starts at 9 with complimentary valet, a red carpet reception, open top shelf bar with endless champagne, hors d'oeuvres from J-Pan Sushi and Premier Catering, and Reverend Barry and the Funk, Jonathan Cortez, dancing and fun till 2 a.m. The Municipal Auditorium in Sarasota. Purchase tickets online at sarasota.nye.com.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
2017 was a crazy year in news, but there were some stories that we just couldn't stop talking about. Jeremy Roth takes a look back at some of the year's most viral moments.
Another year, another slew of viral stories and trends. Among many other things, 2017 was a year to fidget. Fidget spinners became the must-have gadget for kids, adults, even astronauts. Not bad for a toy that does this. Before you knew it, they were everywhere. But because we can't have nice things, there were soon consumer warnings about the gadgets. Some of them posed choking hazards, others were reportedly catching fire. I guess there's such a thing as a hot toy getting too hot. If 2017 had a mascot, it may very well have been a baby hippo named Fiona. The chubby charmer, born 6 weeks premature at the Cincinnati Zoo, seemed destined for viral stardom, with millions of viewers gobbling up new videos from the zoo almost weekly, showcasing Fiona's adorable antics, which included her wobbly first steps, bonding time, playtime, nap time. You get the idea. She even managed to remain the center of attention during a couple's engagement at the zoo, pulling off a successful photobomb, Fiona style. That's our Fiona! Speaking of epic photobombs, an historic building implosion in Atlanta had its thunder stolen by one commuter bus's ill-timed arrival. After 25 years of hosting events, Atlanta's Georgia Dome was set for implosion. But when the moment arrived, a Metro Atlanta commuter bus rolled right in front of the money shot, live on the Weather Channel. Get out of the way, bus! The blocking bus turned into a blockbuster online, quickly becoming the go-to meme for spoiling climactic moments of sporting events, weather reports, and election results. It was even interrupting other famous interruptions. All this for one little old bus that arrived right on time at the worst possible time. One little girl showed the power of impeccable timing when she busted in on her father during a live interview with the BBC. Professor Robert Kelly was conducting a web interview on the impeachment of then South Korean President Park Geun-hye when his 4-year-old daughter Marion came gleefully dancing in with her little brother in tow. Kelly tried his best to continue, but the damage was done. His kids and wife trying to save the day had stolen the show. Inevitably, the interview and the family went viral, and soon Marion was the one being interviewed. And finally, amidst the chaos of 2017, there was one event that seemed to stop everything, if only for a moment. The solar eclipse. For a couple of weeks in August, the looming celestial event basically eclipsed all other news. It had been 99 years since a total eclipse made its way across the U.S. unobstructed, so folks of all walks of life made plans, some traveling great distances, to take in the moment. Some took the proper precautions, others not so much. Once it was over, we were left with some truly staggering images of the power of nature, including quite possibly the greatest photo ever captured on... Oh, come on, bus! Get out of the way! In Atlanta, I'm Jeremy Roth reporting.
Certainly some great moments there. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News. As Sarasota County looks to make budget cuts, the community is coming together for local projects. Plus, placing or removing a security freeze on a credit report can be a headache. How a new proposal is looking to get rid of imposed fees.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with EyeSight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $219 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.